Hello everybody coming in. Just adjust where my microphone is sitting. Hope everybody's doing well. Oh crap, that's really loud. So I decided to make a an off-screen platinum run because I realized that at least to max out your pyromancy glove, which if you're doing a platinum run you should probably do before you hit Blight Town to cut down on backtracking. You need like 145,000 souls, so I'm not gonna put you guys through that. So we're gonna pick our Estelle back up, and I think we're going to finish off some stuff at over here. So first things first is we should go harass a Black Knight, and then actually you should be able to see it from over here, and then we need to harass that thing up there. Which is the back half of the parish, I believe. But yeah, we're gonna have to harass that thing. So that's the immediate plan. Being counter-harassed by Tranquil Walk of Peace is obviously imminent. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon, at least here. Hunter. Hunter. How's it going, Hunter? Not gonna drop a link to your Bandcamp or your SoundCloud? Isn't that what the youths are doing these days? Linking to their SoundClouds and Bandcamps. See here, I always forget just how far down. Hello, there you are. Just gonna take advantage of their increased aggression, drag him all the way up here. Stop. Black Knights have a weird backstab window. In which, like, it's actually not straight back. It's like... to the side or something. Run away! Scurry, scurry, scurry. That edgelord walk. Hooray, a blue kite might jump. But no EKH. Lasai. Guess that'll have to wait for the kiln. So let's backtrack back to that bonfire. And consider how we're going to fight Moonlight Butterfly. I could summon Beatrice and she could basically target him. I don't think I have any of the offensive spells yet. Just magic weapon, which I might actually reattune. While I'm here. Okie dokie. Let's go harass a bunch of moth guys. It's this way. Look at this ambush. Look at this ambush. We're skipping that for now. Hey, Vodka. What's up? Keyboard, why? Why have you forsaken me? First thing to do is to fight some trees. Need the poke. Yeep. Hey, the partisan. Too bad the partisan is only pretty much good in DS1. Also, Yumlina, how are you? I do love the glowy flowers. snake geckos. The snake geckos are pretty baller. The sneckos. So if I was human, Beatrice's sign would be right here. When I'm being summoned, I like knocking that over just to show people that it's there. Whoops. So they're casting Tranquil Rock of Peace, which means when you're under that, you can't roll. And you can only walk. Surprisingly, a very good PvP spell. You've got to be very careful because those things right there are plant guys. But we get the Elite Knight set. And up this here path, it should be the Poise Ring. Whoops, wrong way. This is that ambush. Never mind. Everybody's really mad at me. Time to go hit the bonfire. Oh, Oscar. But yeah, the wolf's ring should be this way. Are you serious? Living trees. They could be young arch trees. Who knows? And we're killing them because reasons. This one's the only time where they have that enemy. Which really isn't an enemy. It doesn't do anything. Speaking of one-time use enemies. And he just fell through the floor. Here we are, another one of those living tree guys. And all of this will make sense later with the DLC. The architecture. keep circle strafing. And we'll get that wolf ring. And this is the answer that you might have had if you're coming in through this blind as to how to get up here. Gonna make a quick suicide run. Pick up what we can. Green blossom. So it's not, but I sit on the floor and I have Moobot to deal with that. Listen, I'm a girl. I'm a lady. If I see something that's not handled right, I'll just kick you out. It's just not. I won't even make a big fuss about it. You're just gone. That's it. It's my chat. I'm also Latinx, so it's obviously not okay. I'd actually be more annoyed that I have to get up to do it than actually just doing it. Alright, I'm gonna hit the bonfire. Because I sit on the floor. My computer's like way over there. That's why I have Moobot. Yeah, seriously. So, to get one of the weapons you need for the Knight's Honor, you need to, like, kill a whole bunch of the stone golems. Yeah, it's... I figured as much because I don't have that, like, random little pop-up that some of the streamers do, but they stream out of their computer most of the time, and I stream out of my PS4 most of the time. But that's generally how I just deal with all that. I just won't say anything. I'll just kick you right out. No, I can't use that. Can I use this? No. Sorcerer's Catalyst it is. We're gonna do this fight the hard way. My Pyromancer is doing it the easy way. And it'll float down here all gracefully and junk. Yeah, there's a Twitch sarcasm I can usually tell. I can usually tell when, like, even without the kappa. my buff. Aren't you hungry yet? I'm actually surprised. Moonlight Butterfly is really busy. And yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, like, the Moonlight Butterfly has to sit down on the flower patches, and it's eating the flower patches. That's why I'm kind of hanging out between a couple of them. And you can see some magic, like, pix particles coming off the flower patches. And you can see that it does an AoE damage, so it's like, get away, it's time to go. Hey, Mimitim. It's certainly a David Cage game. I mean, it certainly is. So in this later phase, it does that single laser attack. You saw me just casually iframe out. This one, you just want to dodge into it. Most of you probably already know that. Not like the biggest deal. This is one of those bosses that will become the enemy later. Press X to become human. Actually, it's like L1, L2, and triangle. It's certainly a David Cage game. It's not as David Cagey as some of the other David Cage games. But it's pretty David Cagey. I've been watching the Super Best Friends play it, so I'm not sure if I want that trophy list on my account. So Also, that intro to those videos is amazing. So yeah, I mean, Moonlight Butterfly is not that difficult, but for some reason it's very busy. My platinum character was farming souls off of it yesterday. So we come up here, which is going to be probably a big thing when I do the lore through of this game, given it looks like Andre. It might not actually be a stone Andre, it might just be a petrified Andre, which begs the question, how many different Andres are there? So he's holding the basement watchtower key, which I think is the key that leads to... yeah, it's that one. The basement of the watchtower forms a stone cell. There are rumors of a hero turned hollow who was locked away by a dear friend. For his own good, of course. So this is the key that states that Havel was voluntarily, or depends on how much you agree with the narration, or the implied bias in some of the item descriptions, that Havel was locked away for his own good. The of course suggests a bit of sarcasm in the read, though. But he was locked away by a dear friend, and we already know, because we have Havel's ring already, that he was a dear friend of Gwyn, and they had a falling out, so maybe Gwyn locked him down there. For his own good. Of course. Voluntold, exactly, unicyclic. They could be from the same Andre, like... It begs the question, what is Andre, and how many of them are there? I mean, the statue apparently is from like a cut content thing, but since it's not in the game, you have to rewrite why it's still here. And considering there's an Andre in DS3, which for a lot of people doesn't seem to make any sense, this also probably shouldn't make the same amount of not sense. I agree, unicyclic. Did you see that Limit Breakers put up a new meme video? It's pretty great. Andre is becoming human. He came out of cyber life. I'm so dating the humor of this video. I'm sorry. It's the future. No, it's not yet. It's just me derusting. I would be a lot more disciplined about how I'm approaching this game if it was a little bit through. So it's kind of just a playthrough. Getting used to things again. I haven't played this since 2017, January. So I didn't think I was ready for a lore through yet. But I don't mind sitting around talking more with you guys. Can you let me out of your tranquil walk? Production line of Andres. But since Andre is the statue holding that divine ember, it tells you pretty succinctly who to give it to, so let's go give it to him. It's a pretty useful ember for getting set up for the catacombs, if you decide to do that. The best way to set up for the catacombs is get a strike weapon. Get a divine ember. Whoops. Well. And form of blessed weapon. What, Anastasia? Anastasia? Yeah. I forget that NPCs, enemies are way more aggressive in DSR. Hey, Sam. Yeah. I've been seeing that a lot. Some of the Japanese streamers have been seeing that a lot too. Way more aggressive in DSR. I could use it, but I could also go buy some spells off of Griggs. I guess I'll just do that. But yeah, setting up for the underground is like get a strike weapon, make it blessed. Everybody pretty much got the aggression mod anyway, so... Well, maybe they gave us the aggression mod because maybe their next game is going to be super freaking aggressive.
My,
hey, Andra.
That's a rare ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I can produce divine weapons with a flame such as that. Well, thanks for that. You've made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
I don't know. The 4chan leak seems like hope and a prayer. But hey, E3 is not for another, like, week. It's only a week. It's true. So now that we've dropped that ember off, we can go hang out with Griggs. Hunter, it's already pre-ordered in my heart, so... I still have not played Neo yet anyway, so... Okay, let's go. I've been spending a lot of time playing 15-year-old FromSoft games to play Neo. Uh, 4chan did leak Bloodborne initially, but that 4chan leak had screenshots to prove it, so... I mean... a clock is right twice in a day, so... 4chan could be correct anyway.
Oh, hello. Well, you certainly are keeping at it. Myself?
Yep, a broken clock.
I'm
That's
fine.
Right. You're right.
Let's get started straight away. All right. That'll do it. That should help you on your
Buying
journey.
out his stuff
May we meet
is
again?
useful because you'll lose out on it as soon as you hit Sens.
Oh, hello there. You've been a stranger these days.
Why? What's spectacular pyromancy?
Tell me about it. I have never seen anything like it.
No.
I see.
He's
suppose
talking
I was
about my
mistaken.
chaos pyromancy.
In any case, I definitely trust you. Apologies, my friend. Forget that I said anything.
Yeah.
Goodbye then. Be safe, friend. Don't you dare go hollow.
I'm not ready to let him go yet, so... Yeah, I mean, leaks are leaks. And Laurentius is a bro. But it's the reason we have a chaos pyromancy on us. If he's asking. But I need him to upgrade my pyromancy flame.
Oh, hello. Oh, as always.
A3 is a lot of fun.
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new.
See you, Memeton. It was great to see you. Well, I mean, that's what E3 is. It is a consumer hype fest. I mean, if it remained if it stayed a stockholder meeting, an industry stockholder meeting, then like it would still be kind of boring. But I am going to stick the important souls into the box. Listen, last year was great just for the announcement of Shadow of the Colossus alone. That was great. I can't believe they kept that under wraps.
Oh, hello. Well, myself.
I'm gonna pick this up.
All right. That'll do it. That should help you.
And some of the press conferences are cringeworthy. Alright, so what is next? We need to hit up the Undead Merchant. Which one?
Oh, hello. Well, you said myself. Yes. The note that Master Logan left. It only said he would travel to Anolondo by way of Sens Fortress. I can only guess that he seeks the regal archives. For Master Logan is a tireless pursuer of wisdom. Wisdom trumps all. Everything else is hogwash. When the curse turned him undead, I'm certain that he only felt it was the perfect chance to visit this land. I only wish that I had his courage. 2 things are required for sword. First, second, then...
Yeah, that's the dialogue you get when you buy all his spells
Goodbye,
out.
then. Do stay safe.
As soon as you step foot in Sens, he goes nuts, and you can't buy his spells anymore. I mean, you can get them from Master Logan, but I think they're more expensive out at Logan. Alright. Let's head back. Yeah, Undead Merchant. We need to go there because I need to pick up some charcoal pine resin. Actually, excuse me everybody, I will be right back. Okay, returneth. Alright, I should buy one or two. I forget how much they are. Female undead merchant is pretty neat. She's got like the best stuff.
Oh, you left me high and dry for a while there. I thought maybe
She doesn't like it when you don't come to her every
Are you back for more of my moss?
couple minutes.
Then? Plenty of it here, freshly peeled.
She wants you to buy her moss. All of it. Two of those.
Much obliged.
Useful for later. We're going to spend the rest of this time looking around the garden because I've already opened up the press door. So let's find ourselves another group of rapscallions to be part of. Led by the best, one of the best cats. Because we all know, Square Cat is best cat. No, that's part of the new lighting engine they've gotten here. I hesitate to call it an engine, but they do have a new lighting situation. So, like, shields look kind of different. Shields look more metallic. That's what I think I want to say. What I want to do is I want to upgrade my claymore a couple more times. Because my pyromancy glove is now outpacing it. Some of the chains on the parish elevator actually reflect that purple glint too. As well as Andre's anvil.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged? Get yourself killed.
Alright.
Neither.
And by a couple times we mean one more time. I should have a +5 before I hit Sens, but I'm probably gonna just go to Sens anyway. First, let's go join a group of rapscallions. You know, I wonder what the female under-merchant would say if she knew that most of our moss came from these guys. Probably be very upset. Don't know if I'm gonna fight Sif today. That is actually why I bought the charcoal pine resin. But I do want to get the magic ember and drop that on the magic blacksmith. Hello everybody. Nice to see you. Alright, come up here. See ya. I'm always kind of weirded out by how long that actually takes. Listen, I've got business with your cat.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me, but cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorius art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say. Well, indeed, thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest graves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well. I am very glad. And now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant.
So what do you guys... Because obviously a covenant is more than just an agreement. There is some supernatural happenings happening there. What do you guys think the metaphysics of covenants are?
And here taketh this ring. If thou wearest that ring, it allows for thine summoning. If mine senses reveal intruders, then I will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others who will, by their honor, work tirelessly with thee. Thou shalt receive great reward, and whatsoever ye shall pillage will be thine own. A true agreement, not so? But thou must heed the golden rule. The clan is thine own family. To thine kinsmen forever stay true. Darest not in any attempt to double-cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate.
And considering how enduring these covenants are, because there's a form of them in all 3 games, like Gravelord becomes the champion's covenant in Dark Souls 2. There's a forest covenant in like 1 and 3 especially, and then there's the guys in 2 who basically are the like this covenant. You know, they endure. They're like memes for the most part that endure. So yeah, their thing is keep everybody out. And you've got, like, I think all of the starting classes here. You've got the Brigand. You've got, like, a Thief. You've got a Cleric. A Sorcerer. Yeah, the Dog. Watchdogs. But it's essentially the same thing. Say hi to this guy. This guy first. Oh. Wonder if this is a Ryu Hayabusa reference. From the original Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, and Ferris, the hunters.
I've heard all about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade. Let's teach you the clan basics now, as there's no time to chat in the midst of fighting. Except there is little in the form of rules.
Oh, Tenchu?
Here. Fight and hunt as
Rikimaru?
whoever is fastest gets the prey. That's the way we do it. Only, don't forget what Alvina said. Traitors aren't given a second chance. for any reason. That's about it then. Don't worry.
Yeah, so if you kill him
It's
for
a
his
good old
Murakumo,
time, isn't
you're
it?
gonna get kicked
Great
out of the
to have you
Covenant,
with us.
and Blue
Good
Cops will come
hunting
for you.
to you.
And yes, this is the Murakumo. Murakumo is something that FromSoft loves referencing in a lot of their games. It even has its own game, Murakumo Rogue Assault. In Armored Core, it becomes a family. Like, Murakumo becomes a family name. And this is Dark Souls' version of the Murakumo. Yeah, as soon as you aggro him. Well, I guess you can kick him off. And not have it flag, but I hear that kicking Lautrec off is triggering Blue Cop invasions in Sens, at least.
Ah, did you notice that one? Sharp eyes? He is one of the clan from the east. Like
Yeah, you
myself,
can get Oswald to
always
fix it.
slinking in the shadows. But he is a tough one. You will see what I mean.
This playthrough kicked Lautrec off, so we'll see.
Don't worry now. You'll be called in soon enough. Hunters with patience score the best kills.
You'll find him down in
Don't
Blighttown
worry now.
again,
You'll be called Hunter.
because for some reason he and his pal end up at Blighttown, and you'll be able to buy stuff off of him. But yeah, the Murakumo is like something that is referenced in a lot of FromSoft games. I actually laughed when I saw that the Evergreen family is run by a woman with the surname of Murakumo. There's the thief. But what else they're protecting besides Sif and the memory of Artorias is they're protecting, here's like the Night Dude. And here is the Hunter, which, you know, some people say this is Ferris. This is also a really good grinding spot, so if you don't trigger Alvina, you can run around and, like, have them fall off the cliff, like I just did before I went to go say hi to Alvina. Mostly because I don't want to be bothered by the wizard dude. Damn it! I got super juggled there. Thought I was being careful, but guess not. But once you join the Covenant, they won't bother you. So you can go and explore it. Yeah. The aggro range in DSR is ridiculous. Look at these guys. Look at all of them. Time to run. Whoops, don't want to deal with that guy. Yeah, there's no leashes anymore. Like, I haven't really been able to lose people. So I guess we're just gonna conga line around here. And pray to Filianor for more stamina. Hey Meglin, what's going on? I'm being harassed by these plant dudes. Which puts me at a bad position to fight the cat dude. Wow. Well, I'm glad you got some of the work done. Doing okay, being harassed by plant dudes, harassing a big cat dude. When I know I probably shouldn't be harassing this big cat dude. Yeah, they have hard leashes. They'd get stuck in the trees, which is why I'm hanging out by the trees. Because the trees are love, the trees are life. I don't know. Lud and Salander are still worse cats. If Alvina's the best cat, then Lud and Zalan have to be the worst cat. Cats. Yeah, the hill is actually a lot easier. I forgot there's a third one. Don't know if I can separate them? They look like weirder Alvina types. Ooh! What, tell me about that, because I haven't looked at the Italian Souls community. Oh, he got stuck. You see his IK going crazy? Alright, one more. Everything sounds more dramatic in Italian. And that is the Catos. Yeah, there's a few of those. I know there's a couple of Russian channels that were just stealing people's videos and translating them. Now we get another little area. And we get to see our first mushroom bros. Mushrooms have a long tradition in FromSoft games, usually being things that you use to restore your MP. And they punch. So I'm gonna get out of here and come back. Lead one of them on a merry chase, I guess. Give me that ember. You guys. These are the guys you need to farm for gold pine resin. Gold pine resin is in very short supply in Dark Souls 1. The fact that the shrooms punch you and have blood on their hands, I wonder if it's a statement about how many times we use mushrooms in FromSoft games to restore our HP, our magic power. They also do a lark noise when you kill them. Just kind of exploring. Yeah, Loon, that's the name. I had my bird names with L's confused. No, I think they just wanted to make the shrooms weird. That would make sense, actually, considering the adjudicator in Demon Souls. I want to read the messages. I'm not going to go fight Sif yet. Try rear. Grief ahead. Good luck. I think fighting Sif also breaks the Forest Hunter's Covenant too. So I think I need to see if there's something I need to get from her before I do that. Okay, cool. I know fighting Gwendolyn breaks his covenant. Is it charismatic? This is another elevator, I want to say, in DLC. Oh, hey Albion. Alright, so since we got what we came for, the Ember, we're gonna take that to Magic Bro. And then I guess we're gonna hit Sens. All of the Venheim people are magic snobs. I mean, that's like a prerequisite at Venheim. Are you a snob? Can you do magic? Then you're in. And if you can't pay for it, don't worry, we've got work study. Well, that's because he has to do the work study program. I need to catch up on Krypton. Speaking of Griggs. Because his voice actor is the voice of Rao in Krypton. And fungi are mushrooms, so maybe that's where they get their magic power from. The mushrooms, because that tracks with FromSoft tradition. That mushrooms / fungi are magic power.
That's an odd ember you have there. I know what you're thinking, but I'm no good with those. It won't be easy, but I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone else.
And so he'll say, I'm not about that magic life, so you're gonna go find somebody. And so that's what happens when you try to give him the wrong ember. Oh, wait, I forgot. I need to upgrade the claymore.
Well, you need it.
Need one more. I need 3 more. Alright. Claymore's at +5. And then +6 there.
Don't get yourself killed.
That's one thing I
Neither of
really
us
like in
want to
the
see you
later
go
games,
hollow.
that you don't have to go into a separate window to modify, to give it a path, and then go back into another window and continue upgrading your weapon of choice. Hunter, are you making a conspiracy theory all the Capra demons are all about down in Izalith? Because the Capra are all goat demons, aren't they? So that said, I don't think we've find any goats in Mordrin. Do you have any Lou Londo conspiracy theories? Because we're going down there for a brief moment. What do you think of these worn down statues? Oops, I triggered the elevator. If you look closely, the statues are in the wall when you just start the elevator, and they are down here when you're leaving it. Where's my buddy? The chillest man in Dark Souls. Oh, there you are. Notice also he is also wearing the black robes of Venheim. So like Griggs and Orbeck, he was also part of the work-study program.
Hey, hang on. Is that a sorcery ember? I've never seen one like that. Not even back in Vinheim. What a brilliant flame. Please, friend, let me have that, I am begging you. I am a craftsman of Vinheim. I'd go hollow before I pass him a flame like that. Oh, really? You are wonderful. I will forge a ricket masterpiece just for you. A weapon to make a legend out of me.
He seems really content with making us the legend rather than him leaving this place. A comfortable cell. Much like the female under-merchant, actually. So, if you wanted, he can do the basic stuff too, just like Andre. He can modify to magic and like enchanted and magic. I forget which one is which. This one's magic. This one should be enchanted. But the claymore is going to stay a normal claymore. You can also buy another copy of Soul Arrow from him. And you can buy his sorcery catalyst.
Come back soon. Smithing helps soothe my nerves. Don't let me wither away out of idleness.
Well, Irithyll, you can see Irithyll from Anor Londo. But Anor Londo is very separate from the city that was below Anor Londo. And I'll agree with you that Anor Londo was something that was verboten to actual humans, but the city below was considered separate. Like, when we get to Anor Londo, eventually, I'll point out what I've been prattling on about for like the last year. But Irithyll, you can see Irithyll in Dark Souls 1. It is in Dark Souls 1. But like, ascending to Anor Londo from that city below Anor Londo, it's two separate things entirely. somebody wanted me to talk about Anastasia. Anastasia's, considering I already kicked Lautrec off the cliff. Lautrec kills her. Or the man claiming to be Lautrec kills her. He heads over to Anor Londo, joins up with two pals, and I don't know what their endgame was, but they were probably trying to give a gift to Guinevere, not knowing it was an illusion, maybe, but their endgame's kind of unclear. You kill him, bring back the tongue as a judgment, but there's some suggestion that Anastasia wanted him to do it because her endgame is she wants to die a human. There's a rare dialogue you'll get later that says that she was talking to Frampt, and Frampt told her that when we link the flame, she can die as a human, and that's her endgame. She wants to die. She does not want to be a firekeeper. She doesn't see any duty in it. She wants to die, but she wants to die as human. The one thing you can't do when you're undead is die and not come back up again. So that's her endgame. That's her wish. It's kind of like a vampire. Vampires, like the horror of a vampire isn't that they live forever. It's that they can't just die, and that dying means getting like murdered violently.
Oh, hello. Oh, as always.
I can't do that.
Goodbye then.
This is when it gets really expensive. Yeah. And Lautrec is something odd because I mentioned that he is the man who claims to be Lautrec, because there is that body in a barrel that has a humanity, like pretty much right outside his door. And so, it's a naked body, so it might be that the guy who claims himself to be Lautrec took the armor from the real guy who claimed himself to be Lautrec. So, like, there's that bit of a story going on. Like, Anastasia, she doesn't want to come back up again. She wants to die. Where was I going? Oh yeah, Sens. Anastasia's desire to die as a human is probably the most noble of them, because everybody else's desires in Dark Souls are really not as, they want power, they want, the knowledge that comes with power, they grow obsessive and crazy because of that, but Anastasia, all she really wants is to die as a human. And it's implied that Anastasia was made a firekeeper, not of her own volition. If you take her clothes. I can't level anymore. Time for the funhouse. Let's see if I even remember my way around here. that parry like a boss. Here's a reference to old FromSoft games. Is the Snake Men go all the way back to Kingsfield. In KF4, they're called the Witta. You meet them like mid to late game in KF4, I think. I'm more or less blind in KF4. I've never been able to sit through an entire LP of it. I just know that some things happen in it. But I know KF4 has some snake men. So I'm pretty sure it's kind of a reference to that. Early. Super early. Wait just a little bit more. Yeah. So yeah, the Snake Man is a reference to Kingsfield, I'm fairly sure. Oh yeah, I thought I knew the statue didn't zap me, but it's kind of frightening nonetheless. I'm trying to gain a little bit of knowledge as to the spacing there. I think it's 2x2. So get through the first two and then wait. Your first mimic is in Sens, so now is the time to start figuring out a lot of people joke that this is like a statue storage closet, but it kind of fits with the funhouse atmosphere of Sens Fortress. Look at this guy napping on the job. Well. He is a sleepy boy now. I thought that was it. Ring of Steel Protection, which is going on. I'm probably gonna stay there. Unless I need, like, the Rusted Iron Ring. So, my first time I went through here, I completely missed this encounter.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you. Ah, so you see my plight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle.
You're in an onion. Come on, Sigmire. I love Sigmire.
I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
That's your clue that you can pretty much iframe some of the boulders if you really wanted to.
Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
I don't know if it'll protect me from boulders. It's, But it will protect me from damage. And considering how reckless I am, defense is pretty neat. I was trying to hit my Estus and he died. I think the boulders do physical damage. You can iframe them if you're decent enough. Hey, real fop. What's going on? How's it going? We're making our slow way through the funhouse. Eat it! I love it when parries go right. Like, super right. Ghost rock. Like, Sens Fortress should have, like, the only place with actual music, and it should be the Benny Hill theme. Yeah. I hear invasions are super fun in here. One person I follow on Twitter was talking about blue copping in here, and it was kind of weird. But lots of fun. Alright, let's see if I can't iframe this. Or not. I totally mistimed that, but we're through. Hey, Stone. What's going on? Nice to see you. That might be this. Pretty cool. Meandering through Sens, as one does. It's not open from this side, okay. This is, I think, where you fight Griggs. And if you notice that there's a big blood stain there, which tells you about those spikes right up there. Oh yeah, that's what this... I haven't played since January 2017, so I'm amazed at how much I actually do remember. Oh, this is a tough one, right? I have not been down there yet. Just been kind of meandering. Be wary of fall. I've heard it's quite a bit darker. What I've noticed, Stone, is a lot of the enemies are way more aggressive. Yeah, it's probably this one that's the hard one. Yep, I forgot about that guy. Yeah, they're way more aggressive. But that fall was me going, yeah, I totally forgot about that guy. But gives us a chance to see if the wall is broke. Oh yeah. Also, Ikaruga is out on Switch, so if you have a Switch, I'm super jealous. on. Time to go. Yeah. Trying to get out. I did not want to be down there right yet. I wanted to clear up to the top first. Nope, his tail was having none of that. Oh yeah. I have been to Izalith already, because obviously, just a little bit. Just to mess around with the Ceaseless to get the armor, but it looks really good. Like, it actually looks like lava rather than somebody hit 11 on the bloom. Ooh, patch. What are the bugs that it's fixing tomorrow? Oh man, I have to come down here with the bowl, I guess. I'm surprised this guy made it. I'm surprised I survived that. Being surprised all the way around. Okay, I'll check Twitter later. Disasters are gone after the defeat of the worthless revenge. Oops. I started that way early. Oh, you're reading Uzumaki. That's awesome. What do you think of it? Like, how far have you gotten so far? Takeshi Kitano. Alright, that's that way. That is outside. Yeah, Uzumaki's very aesthetic. Oh yeah, that's the way back up. Aha.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times.
Every day, somebody on my street has been doing lawn work. It's been ridiculous.
I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive. Oh, heavens. Thank you. I'm safe. And I'd love to resume my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor.
Oppressed by the
I will
widow.
return to Firling Shrine.
Speaking of Kingsfield 4, when do you guys want to start that? Do you guys want to? Because I'm gonna stream it. Do you want me to start that after we finish New Game in DSR? We want to do like a day and start it.
Oh, hello. Don't mind me. Go on ahead. I'll be along later.
Alright, we're done here. Hooray, we've rescued. I saw your Twitter image of what's under the hat. That was really cool. Don't know if I'm gonna make it to the top, but we'll try. boy, that was hairy right there. Just gonna poke this boy to death. Luck is a human trait, everybody. Oh, right, yeah, you. How do I get to you? You know what I could do? Ow. Yeah, I'm not gonna make this, but... Ah, damn it. I jumped when I should have not jumped. I think I double hit my circle button. Almost made it! I almost did, though. Yeah. I hit the circle like twice or something. Oh well, nothing to do but to do it again. Who is Sen? Just like Spencer, nobody knows. Wait, I just made a Resident Evil reference. Actually, I'm kind of thinking that Sen might just be the word for thousand, and it's like thousand something. Yeah, you can post in Japanese. Meru koto wa nai wa. I won't know all of the kanji. House of Thousand Traps, yeah. It certainly does live up to that. The Sen is 1,000. Oh yeah, it's definitely a test of worth. The guys upstairs, the crestfallen merchant and others will basically tell you as much. It is a place where you are tested. Sen? Oh, Japanese. we did already succeed in Sens, because Big Hat Logan should now be in Firelink Shrine. Yeah. Poke the boys. Trying to see if he will do something other than throw out some lightning. There we go. Platforming in the Souls game. So this is a 2x2. And the funniest bit is that with all of those contraptions, it's just a giant dropping a boulder down. Never has a break. Yatta. Yatta indeed. I'm gonna kindle this bonfire. I was just remembering where the heck it is. Yeah, it sometimes will move the lever when you're not like looking at it. It's so weird. Like you'll hear it when it starts moving, and it's like, who's doing that? Goes up 34 points. That goes up 2. Uemisin. Suimasen. Couldn't read the first one, but Uemisin. Suimasen. Kuduma? Like I've said, I know just enough Japanese to get myself in trouble. What does it mean, young Lena? If you don't mind translating it. Let's repair. Alright. Tobacco will tsui me this, I think. Should we go see FromSoft protagonist Richard? Or should we go straight to Iron Golem? Man. Claymore poke, man. It's just so good. No. No. Let's take a moment to admire the view, because I think with the extra draw distance, you can see a sea of trees out there. I think Ian B mentioned it. He was like, "Wow, that's some more draw distance." And you can see the first bell. It's over there, and the rest of the parish, and the ring walls. Because Lordran is full of half-ringed walls too. More like arcs, but you can see that they ring around different parts of the city. And in that you can see how the ring city mirrored it, because the ring city is one big ring wall that's collapsed at one edge. I wouldn't be surprised if FromSoft decided to FromSoft and QLock who did the remaster for FromSoft decided to keep it in. Rickard is a pain in the butt. But I'm not sure if he's as much of a pain in the butt as he is. Dark Souls 2. But nothing withstands the Claymore poke. So Richard is like in every, or Ricard here, but Richard and Ricard are the same character. They are recurring FromSoft protagonist or character. Echo Knight, he is the main character in all three of them, I believe. He's the villain in Metal Wolf Chaos. I wouldn't be surprised if he's an enchanted arm. Yeah, Richard and Ricard are the same thing, and it's like, that's a huge, like, fan service reference itself. Like, frickin' Richard is in every game, almost. Unless they couldn't shoehorn him in. Like, he's not in Kuon, and he's not in Shadow Tower Abyss. I think he might be referenced in Abyss, but I'm not sure. But like, he's the Echo Knight protagonist. He's Metal Wolf Chaos's villain. So we got a rare ring of sacrifice, which will come in handy. Although I don't think I ever, like, used it. Talk to the merchant. Oh, there's a lot of boulder knights up here. Like, there's probably more up here than there are in the parish. Still drop the same thing though. There's something this wanted to show me. What did it want to show me? The giant. And yeah, I have to find the key. Which... is at the bottom somewhere. Hey, Baldur Gauntlet, sweet. Tarkus, Tarkus. This is what happens when you're rude. Fuck, I'm freaking out. But for our troubles, it's a grand. And from here you can get a really cool look at the Iron Golem. So let's throw on the Nox. Look at him, he's so cool. You can see he's got an asymmetrical shoulder there. He is at full attention. But he is rusting at the corners because he hasn't been used in quite some time. You can see it around the edges. Yeah, he just doesn't have the Great Shield of Glory. It's really sad. I think he lost it. But you can see how he's rusted around the edges. He just hasn't been able to... He wasn't, like, in use at all. And I think his sword is, like, broken in half. It looks really short. Oh, wait, that's not his sword. That's his axe. Because he has an axe. I'm being a dumb... Yeah. He's got an axe. Is that a Solaire cosplay with the child's mask? And here's Tarkus. Oh yeah, that's the mother's mask. Mama Solaire. Oh, not that way. We're not going that way yet. Well, the masks are pretty useful. Even if it isn't the father's mask. Like, there's one that increases stamina regen. Am I right in saying that? And then I forget what the mother's mask does. They're all kind of useful. We need to find a key. I always like hold my breath when I do that jump because it's very scary. But here is the crestfallen merchant, who is still floating, by the way. He's still floating.
Ah, what? What? Who are you? Ah, another undead, eh? I took on Sens fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out. With your soul searching.
Is that voice actor the same guy who does what's his face, the Hexer guy in Dark Souls 2.
There's nothing more to say. I'm finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. You bloody fool. Let me give you a nibble of advice. Don't even consider
No, Navlan is
visiting
Blake
Anor
Ritson.
Londo. Not in your state. For a century they've tried and
Felkin,
failed.
that's right.
The Night King Rendell, Black Iron Tarkus, and even Logan himself. You won't stand a chance. You'll be eaten alive. But go along if you wish, if only to deepen your despair. Let me give you a...
Alright.
For the Night King, you won't stand... But
Repeating. He carries green blossoms, which is super useful. And because it's of interest to me, because of Filianor, I'm just going to read this real quick. Green weed, shaped like a flower. Temporary boost to stamina recovery speed. This uniquely bitter, biting herb is sometimes harvested in large quantities, but normally it is an annual plant found near water. When a flower undergoes chloranthy, the process of chloranthy, the petals become leaves. So it makes sense that a green, quote, weed, unquote, would look like a flower because it's already undergone the process of chloranthy. He's also got green shards, but you can farm that in the depths, although in DSR half of the slimes fall through the wall, so it might be useful to buy a couple of green shards off this guy. He's carrying boulder shields. He's got a great axe. He's got the gut sword and the tower shield. Yeah, Blighttown. And they drop like, what, 5 at a time? The slugs? So if you really need it, you can buy it off this guy. He's also got the Katarina armor. And his own armor. And the Balder armor. So you too can be trapped in an onion. I mean a pickle. I mean an onion? What you really want to come to him for, though, is if you're running a platinum character, you need to get the rings. And they're pretty expensive. This is the only place to get them. But since this is not my platinum character...
Nothing at all? Fine then. Rush in like a naked babe and be skinned alive.
I'm not gonna worry about it. Flamestone plate is down here somewhere. So a whole bunch of people who believed themselves to be awesome because they're knights came to Sens Fortress and got their butts handed to them. Meanwhile, a person wearing a dress and a claymore came through. Yeah, but you're chosen. And I'm wearing a claymore. This is a neato little PvP bridge. The reason you come all the way down here is for that key. I know! I usually rush down to Ceaseless just to get this armor set, because it's like, it'll carry you all the way down. It's so good. Dang it. Missed it. but there's a sniper crossbow stuff if you use snipers at all. There's a boulder knight who really wants to get... who is already aggroed somehow. There's a flame stone plate ring. I did miss the mimic because I kind of skipped half the level by going straight over the ball. But we'll pick that up sometime. Because we need to end up fighting Griggs anyway. There's actually a lot of goodies at the lower half of Sens Fortress, but we'll get around to that. And you can fight that guy for another chunk. But for now, let's go mess with the Iron Golem. But first, one big massive shortcut to open. See, there's one thing we need to come back and get. There's another thing down there to come back and come get. See ya. Very good shortcut. Right from the beginning of the level all the way back to the top. Just in case you need to go back to Firelink. And you can right now, and Big Hat Logan will be there. And Griggs will be there fawning over him. Wow, there's a lot of people here looking to be summoned. Everybody wants their own little Targus. I'm gonna try this by myself, though. What do you mean by that? Oh, probably unlimited. I don't really mess with that. Note that he's got a big hole where the ringed knights have their holes. Oh boy, 40,000? Jiminy Cricket. You know how many spells I can buy for that? This looks amazing. The Ring of Light. It just, back in original, it looked like one of those Miracle Residence rings, but this looks amazing. Just like in DS1, you're like, what the hell is going on here? I mean, DS3. Yes, so the city in the bottom, that's Iroquois. The city that is fully rendered to scale, by the way, down there, is Iroquois. Hey, Batwing Dimon. Nice to see you. I love that the Lordran Uber service remains all the way until the end of time. Nox. So this city down here is Iroquois. Most of it is gone by the time DS3 happens, but you can see how big the city actually is. It goes all the way into the horizon. And this is rendered to scale, if I remember Boundary Break correctly. That's Iroquois. This where we're at is Anor Londo. このゲームについて見たいと思っていますがあるについて見たいと思っています。I really, if I'm reading that right, I really like this game. I really like this game so much. I'm missing a noun though, so I'm not sure if I got that right. But yeah. Iroquois, Anor Londo. The servants of the gods. The city of the gods. There is a direct difference. When Sullivan took over, I think it took over because like, it wasn't snowy because Sullivan took over. It became snowy because it implies that the twilight of Anor Londo happens canonically. That we figure out that Guinevere is an illusion, and it falls to twilight because the sun doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, like, I can figure out, but my kanji is not as good as a lot of other people's. That's purely my fault, though. There's the Duke's Archives. Looks great. And bonfire, which is already lit, by the way. I went to 12 attunement for the second slot. Faith is at 10 because unless I do some summons, I need to be at like 20 or 25 faith to enter the Sunlight Road Covenant. And yeah, the rest of it's just kind of normal. Attunement's probably not going to be leveled anymore because 2 is usually enough.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you. What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling.
She's also the only firekeeper that is not obviously imprisoned. She is tied here and tied to the city, but it implies she's the only one who pretty much did this willingly. And the rest of them are usually, like, you'll find most of them either behind bars or on a tomb. Like, the one in Blighttown's behind bars. The one in Firelink Shrine is behind bars. The one in Parish is sleeping on a sarcophagus. But she can just walk out of here if she felt like it. And she sees firekeeping as a lot like Dark Souls 3's firekeeper, as a guide or a beacon.
The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet.
It's a bit sad, isn't it?
If you require rest, now is the time. That is, after all, what the bonfire is for.
It's not for s'mores? I want s'mores.
If you require rest,
Alright, she's done. And so, I think this is going to call it a stream for now. Coming up on 3 hours. So, thank you guys very much for joining me, and because, like, you've got lots of options, but you choose to hang out here, and I am grateful. So, thank you guys very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for being here.